interesting behind-the-scenes discussion here, which we're not going to bring out to the public, even though I did threaten to do so, and I kind of said so. Rod was even quiet during the whole thing. It was tough to keep him back. I think he had a few choice words. I don't think he actually knew the numbers we were talking about, but I think he knew the people, and he probably had an opinion on each and every one of them. But and it was good to see you today, Rod. We missed you yesterday. And Al Ninos, welcome back to the show. Jovan, of course, ripping apart those bets yesterday. And I had a terrible day, but that happens. Boy, I tell you, it happens. And, you see it, and it's kind of like sometimes it goes for you and sometimes it goes against you. And yesterday, I mean, I don't know what would have happened, but clearly strike 3 to Manny Machado right down the frickin' middle of the plate. They call it a ball somehow is ridiculous. It should have been strike 3. It would have been the third out of the inning. Instead, they call it a ball. The next pitch, Bassett just throws one over. He just hangs a breaking ball, and it goes over the fence for a 2-run home run, and that's the difference in the game.
Yep. Mets went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
The Mets have not scored any runs since the All-Star break.
Nope.
They've not. Their offense has left the building. This is Buck Showalter at his finest. What's going on with the Metropolitans? He has no answers. He went with all lefties yesterday, in the lineup, and all they did was, counteract it. I mean, how hard is this? Anyways, the umpiring, I think you could say the umpire, but the Mets had their chances, even down to the last out, they had their chances. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe I need to enter 568 picks instead. What's the number? What's the number I'm shooting for? So if you're
286,
it's 267, 227, 22 is 494 plus 22. 494 is 496. So Al, what's the basis like on someone that puts 600 picks a month, over 600? So, and an all-star, right? Including the all-star break was this month too. 54%. Like I bet, when I'm regularly betting, like on a regular baseball day, I maybe put a few $100 a game. But during, at college football season, I'm, $2,000-3,000, sometimes more. I don't think I could do 600 and something. I've never tried it. And I guess if you juggle it and you get the timing right of the schedule, but,
if you're betting 1% of your bankroll, theoretical bankroll,
But they say 3% or 10%. They say much higher amounts than that.
Oh, I'm conservative. I'm more of a 1% person, but yeah, you just have to bet smaller amounts of money.
Bet less.
Sometimes that average, what you said works out to be like 19 picks a day over a month.
But you forgot the All-Star break.
Not even 19
but there's also the
unless
All-Star
you're picking sides and totals in both games. That's the only way you can get to 19 in a day because there's not enough games.
It's hard, right?
Right?
It's a lot of gambling. It's a lot of gambling.
A lot of people like to gamble.
I do too. I admit it.
A lot of stress in one day, 19 bets. I don't know.
Al,
that's the average.
Al, do you recreationally gamble? Like, do you just do your sports betting and kind of just?
I don't bet outside of what I like.
So you never just go to the craps table and say, I got $500, chucking it down on the hard 10.
No, well, I don't play craps. I don't play poker. I don't play any of that stuff. I just do sports, and I only do what I like, and I'm not looking for action.
How about you, Ruffalo?
The shorter list is what I don't play.
You ever walk by a slot that you couldn't drop a few bucks in? You ever walk by a slot and say, I don't feel like throwing any money into this thing?
Nah, that's a loaded question, but no, that's yeah. Yeah, I've done that a few times. It paid off as well. So
I love it. I just love it. I don't care. It's like I have like I generally don't have like a budget, like a hard budget, but I have the mental budget, and it's like I still do okay. I'm just one of those people. I mean, you know, Chris has seen me in Vegas, and you know, a lot of people have seen me out in Vegas. I'm extremely lucky. You know, it's like I just am extremely lucky at these games. So it's like
you never flipped over the bubble scratch
on the way out.
Oh, I never put a dollar. I never put a dollar. I put 250s. I played my anniversary, 6/11.
On the way out, you always got it. Usually they got the big machines, usually the bigger pairs on the way out. So
I usually do it on the way in and the way out. They get me coming and going. How about you, Brian? You ever just recklessly gamble?
No, but I recklessly spend money on times that I shouldn't. So that's kind of like gambling, you know. But it's automatic loser, I guess.
Hookers and blow is that you? And then you waste the rest.
Definitely. Like today, I'm probably gonna waste some.
It's like you're late 5 minutes to meet Mitch. You're like, sorry, I'm late. It's okay. I found a craps table I liked.
How about you, Giovanni? I like the lottery tickets too. I mean, I tell you, I bought the Mega Millions and the. My wife's saying the big wheel. I always play the big wheel. The worst odds in the casino. I always play it. I always play the 40-1, which the odds are really like 95-1. It's like I always play it. I can't walk by one without at least putting $20 on it. 10-10 or 20-20. I can't even walk by one without doing it.
Now, for me, it depends on the sport. Baseball, I'm treading lightly a lot of times, especially full game. That's why I've been doing first fives, which basically for me, it's steady the ship and righted the ship for me. So, football, I'm basically all in, especially if I hit on the early games, college football Saturday. If I hit on the early games, I'm going back to the well. It is what it is. I'm throwing the money back in there for the later games. I have my set games for the day, but then if I hit on the early ones, then all bets are off. Same thing with NFL, basketball. It depends on the night, but yeah. Then I do my parlays. I'll round robin them. I'll do all types of stuff with that. But yeah.
No $500 on number 11.
Nah.
I play 6-11 is my roulette, and I do hit it all. I do hit it more often than not. Like people always like, oh, you get to write off your losses at the casino. It's like I never get to do that. Never. I've never get to do it. It's like, oh, how about the people that say, oh, at least I had a good time. It's like there's no good time getting your ass kicked. I'm not saying every single time I sit down at a blackjack table I win. I mean, I've told this story before about my $400 cup of coffee. The Starbucks was closed at the Aria. I sat down at a blackjack table. $400 later, I got my 2 cups of coffee and left. It was $400 for 2 cups of coffee because I figured I'd sit down and get it. So a waitress would come by, it cost me $400, $200 a cup. Now I travel with a coffee pot. How about you, Al Ninos? We know you're a poker guy.
Yeah, I try to stick to the games where I think I can give myself an edge. I took a break from poker too. But I was playing video games for money, so I try to keep my gambling. Again, that is more.
I'm off poker. I'm playing video games for money.
It may not have been as big money, but it was more consistent winnings. See, I
switched to pull tab lottery machines.
Can we?
I switched to scratch tickets.
We are not above betting on Madden simulated football. So.
Oh, see, no, I did not do that though. I did not do that. But I may have. I don't know.
Well, Rod hit on a big scratch ticket. He hit on a big one, like one of the big jackpot ones. So yeah, Rod is our champion scratch ticketer of the group. I've hit on some, but never like that. Rod hit the monster, the mother load on the scratch ticket.
But as far as the table games, I actually started like walking around the table games when I started playing poker again, just to try to stay as far away from them as possible. I can have a pretty addictive personality too, so I try to stay away from those fast, like blackjack or whatever, ultimate hole and whatever table games they got. No craps or roulette for me either. As I said, try to stay away from those games and stick to my games so I could try to put the odds in my favor as best I can.
How about you, Rod? Was it a one-time deal with the scratch ticket that you which was it? What'd you hit?
See, every once in a while, I'll buy some scratch tickets, right? If you feel lucky, I'll buy a couple of those.
What game did you hit? Was it like crossword or bingo? It was something like that. It was like
crossword.
10 words or something you got? It's like
yeah, I got all 10 words and paid the max on the ticket, gave me $100,000.
Nice. Jovan's like shaking his head like me. It's like it's like the one thing I lose at is scratch tickets. It's like I mean, I've hit on some before, but I've never really just crushed it on them. Anyways. Yeah, anyways, there's some
totally luck. Scratch tickets are luck. Roulette, luck.
Used to love those when I was a kid, though. Scratch offs.
Well, let's get into today's Major League Baseball. I could talk about this stuff all day. I love it. I love all sorts of gambling. It's like I've played probably every game that they have in the casino, and I've played PickDawgz, but I don't know how the hell to play. I have no idea how you even do it. You know, and then how about the other game? Like, how about the ones, the worst ones? How about like, there's, I think it's either Spanish 21 or is it like the blackjack switch blackjack where you push on a 21 if the dealer gets 21, like, or you a 20?
I think it's this,
20. I think it is. You push. It's like,
well, there was a night that we were going to the circa, and I played a thing of blackjack where the dealer pushed on 22.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's what it was. The dealer pushes on 22. It's like it gives them a whole, it adds a whole nother 5%, plus to what the dealer can get that you don't get. So it's more odds against you. But anyway, speaking about odds that are for us, we got the Phillies taking on the Cubs in just a little bit. We've got the Angels taking on the Braves. And the Red Sox taking on the Jays. Chris Ruffalo, you're up.
Yeah, there's a couple I like in these slots, but the one I like the best, I'm gonna go with the Braves. On the run line, there's nothing here for me with the LA Angels. I know Reed Detmers has had a couple of solid outings, and Ian Anderson has been the weak link in the Braves rotation. But right now, the Angels aren't playing like a team that can exploit Anderson's shortcomings. I think this is just a spot where, once again, the Angels get their butts handed to them and ride off quietly into the sunset as the Braves get another win. So give me the Braves on the run line there.
Brian?
Out of this grouping of games here, lots of loser teams here. But for me, I like the total in the Cubs-Phillies game. I think we get over 9.5, 10 runs here. Drew Smyly and Bailey Falter. I think both pitchers go 4 innings. That Cubs bullpen, the weather in Philly, I think we see a nice over in that one.
Big Al.
Well, this pains me to do it, but I'm going to go against my Blue Jays today. Yeah, they've won 5 in a row, including the last 2 after the break. And this is an ugly matchup, of course, with Brian Bello on the mound against Ross Stripling. But I just can't get into taking the Blue Jays as a road favorite off back-to-back wins after the break. They're 37-36 off back-to-back wins, but they're also minus 20.6 net games on the money line in that situation. As a road favorite, 46-38, but again, on the money line, minus 11.3 net games. So, it's ugly. Boston doesn't look very good right now, but I'll take them plus $1.40.
Jovan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go off the beaten path with these one of these plays. For the Angels Braves game, first inning total runs over 1.5. It pays 225. So, I'm gonna run with that. I think they get to Reed Detmers in this one. They're batting. The Braves are actually batting like 328 against lefties in their last 10. So, I think they get to him, hit him for a couple, and Ian Anderson could give up something in the first inning as well. So,
How about you, Al? Big Al Ninos.
Yeah, a couple of overs I like in this slot, but I think I have to agree with Jovan here. My favorite's probably the Braves and Angels to go over, even without Mike Trout in the lineup.
Rod?
I mean, the first one, the Cubs and Phillies are going to go opposite of Hitler. I'm going to take the under 10. I know both pitchers have not been great, but if you look, the Cubs 11-5-1 their last 17 versus a team with a winning record to the under, and the Phillies 8-2 to the under their last 10 on grass, 9-3 to the under their last 12. I think we got a lower scoring one. That one kicks off early, so I'm going to take the under 10 in that one. Too many runs. Lower scoring in that one. And I agree, give me the Braves. The Angels have not been good at all. Angels 0-6 in their last 6 interleague games versus a winning team. 5-21 their last 26 road games are these Angels. When you look at the Braves at home, playing lights out. 21-7 their last 28 at home. 11-4 in game 3 of a series. And the Angels have failed to cover the run line in 12 straight. So give me the Braves on the run line in that one.
I like the Cubs against the Phillies. I hate the Phillies' guts. Pretty much done with them. I said they were garbage at the beginning of the season, and I still think they're garbage. I took them the last 2 days, and I'll tell you what, it's the second and third time I've taken them all season. I've lost every single time I've taken them. I hate the Cubs. I hate the Phillies. I hate this game. But I'll tell you, this is like worse than the Alabama-Florida game for me. I'm gonna take the Cubs here just because I hate the Phillies that much. And it's just like they're quitters. They're quitters. No, they've had 2 floodgate innings in the last 2 games where it's like the floodgates open and they just lay down. Singles become doubles. Doubles become triples. Because they're just so lazy out in the outfield. Just pathetic. They don't want it. They don't deserve to be in the postseason. Now they're on the outside looking in where they want to be. It'll be them battling the Mets for second and third place in the division. Besides that, I think they're a good bunch of guys. We got the Pirates and the Marlins. We got the Orioles and the Yankees and the Tigers against the Twins. Rod, what do you think?
And for me in these ones, I'm going to take the Marlins here. Sending Alcantara's on the mound, and he's been the team's 7-3 in his last 10 starts, and he's been playing good. It's 4-1 his last 5 there with a 1.88 ERA and a 1.04 WHIP. He's just been playing lights out. Better pitcher there. I'm going to take the Marlins on the run line over the Pirates in that one. And the other one, we got the Twins game. And where's my
We kind of just do do our best of the 3 is the way the format. Just pick one game. Yeah, just like that's why we keep it moving. Or else we'll be at all.
Give me with. I'm gonna stick with the Marlins here.
Or else we'll be here all freaking day. Anyways,
sorry.
Al Ninos.
So was the Twins in that slot?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with the Twins -1 here. I think they're a much better team. Sonny Gray's the better starter. He's been struggling a bit, which is probably the only reason this wasn't a premium play, because Gray not coming in the best form, but he's still the better starter overall here. And Garcia, I think, has been okay coming into this game, so kind of was a little careful with it, but I still like the Twins -1 here.
Jovan?
Yeah, I'm gonna run with this Miami-Pittsburgh game. I like the under, but only first 5. I can't trust the Pirates bullpen, so take them out of the equation and just run with it first 5. So under first 5 of that game.
Big Al.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll echo what Jovan just said. I'll do it for the full 9, but I don't disagree with his first 5. Miami's been shut out in 4 out of their last 5 games. That's pretty hard to do, including yesterday's 1-0 defeat. Alcantara against Keller here. Alcantara, he's made 4 starts versus the Buccos in his career with a 2.67 ERA. Keller has a 2.53 career ERA in his 3 starts in his career versus Miami. I'll take it under the total.
Bryant?
Yeah, I love Alcantara too. Probably NL Cy Young contender here, but I think the Marlins are going to struggle to score runs. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates plus 1.5 to keep it within a run here.
Chris?
Yeah, I think a lot of sticks on the same game, but I do like the Marlins here mainly because I'm just a Sandy Alcantara fan. He's my NL Cy Young vote, but problem for Alcantara has been run support, and that's been the issue for the last couple of seasons. So I'm just going to take Miami on the money line. Try to negate any risk of the run line because I got burned with Miami on the run line before, but I'll take Miami here money line.
I'm going to take the Orioles plus the 1.5. Is the easiest money on the board. The last 13 times the Orioles have been home dogs is hit 13 in a row. Betting tools, it's the number 1 streak still. Riding this one, and actually the Angels losing by the run line or better on the road are actually also really good. So you can maybe parlay those up. Chris, what are you selling today?
For me, I got my $15 pickoff play. And we hit another one yesterday. Now 11-2 in our last 13. Hoping to carry that forward into another winner today. I got that. Also, I have a 3-pack, my Sunday Slam 3-pack. The pickoff play not included in that 3-pack. So I've got 5 plays in total. Or check out Christmas in July, the best bang for your buck long term.
Brian?
Off a winning day, 2-1 yesterday. Going to try to hit again. Lost my titanium play, but I really love it today. Get it for at a super discounted price, just $15. PickDawgz.com, premium picks.
Big Al, Christmas in July carries on.
Christmas in July. Yeah, I've got annual specials available for all sports and also football, half off. Only, I think, another 8 days to get it. And today I've got my MLB high roller. We're 9-2 our last 11 in baseball. Yesterday, cashing our mountain mismatch on the Twins, and today's play out of a 90% situation up right now with PickDawgz.
Jovan?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack going yesterday. Went 4-1. All of my single plays that I put up won. Including the laser show. So trying to keep that going with a 3-pack for $39.99. Also have those plays sold individually. So you want it individually, go get it. If you want the package, go get that. And it's Christmas in July, so you might want to jump on that. I'm kind of on the heater.
El Ninos?
Yeah, I got my best bet of the day. Got my 3-pack and my 5-pack. So depending on how many picks you want, and also got an extra play for everyone on the long-term passes, and as they all mentioned, great time to jump on one of those with the Christmas in July specials.
Rod?
And for me, nice 3-in-1 day yesterday, so let's keep it rolling here today. I got a Sunday Slugger 3-pack for you. You get 3 MLB bets I absolutely love, or got the $15 play. Didn't miss. That was the one my one loss yesterday. They got me. Damn Nets. But we'll bounce back with that one today. Sweep the board in the weekend. Jump on over and end. It's Christmas in July. Lots of many options that are discounted annually this time of year. So jump aboard. Many different options. Let's make some money.
I have my big play, and I got a bunch of other plays. I just didn't have time to put them together in a package. I had technical difficulties this morning. So, we'll figure it all out. We'll get there. Anyways, let's get to our next slate of games. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reds and the Cardinals. Got the Brewers and the Rockies and the White Sox and the Guardians. Ruffalo. It's bad. Let's spend the entire segment bad mouthing the White Sox.
I won't be able to do that, but I am going to take a shot at the Colorado Rockies here. Yeah. I'll leave you to have the soapbox, but now I'm going to take the Colorado Rockies here. It's just this. There is value here with the Rockies. Normally I'd like a little bit more plus money in a spot like this, but still, I don't get all the hype with Eric Lauer, and Chad Kuhl's been respectable. But more importantly, the Rockies continue to crush left-handed pitching, especially on the road. I just think this is a spot where you can catch some value with the Colorado Rockies. They got beat up a little bit yesterday, but this is a prime spot for a bounce back. So give me the Colorado Rockies on the money line.
Brian?
Yeah, it's hard for me to pass Shane Baby Bieber at plus money against the Chicago White Sox. I thought the White Sox would sweep yesterday, and they were lucky to get a win in the late game. I like Dylan Cease, but I just can't pass up Bieber at this price.
Big Al?
I'm going to have to take the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't like any of these three games, to be honest with you. But, I take a look at what Chad Kuhl's done over his last three starts with a 7.36 ERA, so I just can't get too excited with him. So I'll take Milwaukee, and I'll hold my nose with this pick.
How about you, Jovan?
Yeah, I'm on the St. Louis Cardinals. You could take them full game. I personally like them minus 0.5 on first five. So it drives down the price to even money. So that's where I would take it. But you can also, do money line, 1.5 full game, whatever. That's how much I like. Tyler Malley, not so good at home. Miles McCullers, he's been pitching well. He's been pitching strong. So I'll roll with him.
El Niños.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Brewers -1 here. Better team. Lauer's been pitching pretty well, and as Big Al said, Chad Kuhl's been struggling a bit, so I like the Brewers at home here.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to take the White Sox here and Cease. The last time he faced the Indians, he shut him down and shut him out. So you look the last time Bieber faced the Indians, or faced the White Sox. It was he allowed 1 run, went 9 innings. So I think we got a pitcher's duel going in that one there. But I'll take Cease. Cease at home, 6-2 with a 1.3 ERA. In his last 3, he's been pitching lights out his last 3 starts. And the White Sox are 4-0 in Game 4 of the series. So give me the White Sox here in that one.
Yeah, I think I'm on the other side of that one. I like Bieber. And he owns the White Sox. And, I was watching the games yesterday, of course, because I'm a White Sox fan. And they got back to the studio and they said, could we have had a worse team to draw for after the All-Star break than the team that absolutely owns us? And I was saying the same thing on yesterday's show, and I'll continue to say it. Being the Guardians 14-3 against the White Sox in the last 17 meetings. Ouch. Tony La Russa, you suck.
Does suck.
Anyways, got the Royals and the Rays, got the A's and the Rangers, and the Diamondbacks taking on Eric Fedde and the Washington Nationals. Chris, it's boo bitch to you.
Yeah, I started correcting myself in the in my Royals and Rays video yesterday, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the under in that Diamondbacks Nationals matchup. It's burned me before, but I'm gonna start maybe giving Eric Fedde a little bit of credit. He's actually pitching half decent, and thing is, I just don't trust this Nationals offense, even against a pitcher like Corbin Martin. I think this is just gonna be one of those games where the offense could end up being so bad that it makes the pitching look a lot better than it actually is, and in that case, I'm going to take the under in that game.
Brian?
Yesterday got lucky with the KC Royals, but today I'm going to take them +1.5 here. I know Bubic, one of Ruflo's favorite pitchers, is on the mound. How long Spring's going to go? I think he's fresh off the injured list. Rays have the Baltimore Orioles on deck next. I think this is a 1-run game. I'll take the Royals +1.5.
Big Al?
I'm going to take Jeffrey Springs and the Rays here. The Rays have won his last 6 starts. Bubic, his last 5 starts have all been losses by Kansas City. And this is Tampa's sweet spot here when they're favored by -150 or less, 81 and 48, plus 19.5 net games on the money line. So I'll take the Rays to bounce back.
Jovan?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rangers Athletics under. Now, neither of these pitchers have been pitching well lately, but, for the season, they've been strong. And coming off the All-Star break, get a little rest. I think they come out, relatively decent. Besides neither of these teams are strong hitting ball clubs. So roll with the under full game.
How about you, Al Ninos?
I'll go with the Rangers here. I think they are the better team, and I think Perez is the better starter. Blackburn was pretty good early on this season, but I think he's been getting hit a little bit lately, and I think the Rangers get to him here, so I'll take the Rangers money line.
Rod?
And for me in those ones, I like the over in the Rays and Royals. Bubic is 0-4 his last 4 at home with a nice 7.2 ERA. So we're definitely going to see some runs. And Jeffrey Springs, his last 3 starts, he's got a 6.28 ERA. So definitely going to see some runs in that one. Rays 5-0 their last 5 to the over. Royals 11-4-1 their last 15 on Sunday to the over. I think we see lots of runs in that one. Give me the over Rays Royals.
Since no one talked about this game that has 117 combined losses, the Diamondbacks against the Nationals. The Nationals, I'll say it again, they've given up more runs than anybody this season. And, the Diamondbacks are light hitting below the Mendoza line, but not against this team. They don't. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks. Mariners-Astros. That Justin Verlander. Oh, man. You just do not bet against Verlander after the All-Star break. Oh, my God. At minus 130 odds or something. Was he? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Stone cold lock. It was like.
Got lucky.
Oh, yeah. Got lucky. It was like, I think he had the 2-hitter going and everything, like exactly like we were talking about. Anyways, Framber gets the ball today against Robbie Ray, a pair of lefties at it. Seattle, I think Seattle's done a really nice job this season. I think the problem is they're up against it here. Got Clayton Kershaw on the mound. It's Al Ninos' big day. He's ordering pizza up against the Giants, and then Mets and the Padres in the nightcap. The Mets offense has gone, I don't know where they are. Maybe they went to go deliver the pizza. Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to take the Padres on Sunday night. Regardless of how the Mets were performing, even the Mets won the game last night, I was still going to run with the Padres here because I'm not passing up plus money with Joe Musgrove. I know he hasn't been the same sort of shutdown arm he was for the Padres earlier on in the year, but he's still arguably the staff ace in San Diego. And
you still have the man crush going on Musgrove?
Absolutely, 100%. I got my Joe Musgrove jersey thong in the mail, but yeah, I got to go Joe Musgrove here and the Padres. Plus money, can't pass it up, especially with how the first couple games have gone.
There you go, Brian, for your lunch date. Now you have an idea, a gift idea, so you don't show up empty-handed. Got the Joe Musgrove jersey thong. Anyways, what do you got here in this segment?
I went down in flames with the Mariners in the first 2 games, so why stop at 2? I'm going to go with the Mariners. Robbie Ray, 7 straight quality starts here, and Framber Valdez is the guy we like to back, the guy that likes to sweat on the mound. But I just think the Mariners aren't going to get swept here at home. They're not that bad of a team. I think they get a W. And no juice to play them today. I'll take Seattle.
Big out.
Well, I can't pass up this price. This is, yes, I know they've lost 3 straight and the Dodgers have won 7 straight, but this is the biggest price that the Giants have seen this entire season. They're plus 190, Dodgers minus 210. Giants as an underdog, 23 and 25 straight up as an underdog of plus 150 or more, plus 17.0 net games on the money line. They're 19 and 12 this season versus lefties, plus 4.4 net games at plus 190. I think this is too good of a price to pass up.
Jovan?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Giants and Dodgers under for this game. I just think that, the last couple games of this series have stayed under. I think it just holds true to form, especially with these 2 pitchers on the mound. Clayton Kershaw's pitching well. Alex Cobb, he has gotten better since the beginning of the season, so I'll roll with that, the under.
It's the regular season. And it's Clayton Kershaw, Al Ninos. Any guess to where this pick could be going?
Why go with that one?
Well,
I mean, there's
Clayton
a lot
Kershaw
of
in the regular season. It's kind of your jam.
a lot of good picks in this slot, I think. But why not look at the what could be a bit of a pitcher's duel here in Seattle? I'll go with the under in the Astros-Mariners game.
Rod, Clayton Kershaw in the regular season going to pick it for Ninos. Maybe lay a -1 on it, just for good measure.
Oh, definitely he's in there.
Side of Mayo.
Look at that grin on his face. He's right after. He's totally in there. He's made that bet already, I think.
You ever been to like a sandwich shop where they name all the sandwiches like after the local players? I've been to it in a few different towns. It's like
Couldn't go to bed without making that bet.
It's like I'll take a Kershaw with the side of Mayo. It's like,
So another pitcher's
in Cincinnati, they have the Collinsworth. You know, it's still there. I like all those.
For me in these ones, I'm gonna take Robbie Ray. He has been pitching lights out. He started the season and wasn't pitching lights out, but he's definitely turned it around. Last 7, his Mariners are 7-0 their last 7 versus a starter with a WHIP less than 1.15, and the Mariners 4-0 their last 4 versus the lefty. So Framber Valdez may be sweaty, and but the Mariners are gonna hit him today and get some runs and get themselves a win. They don't get swept here. Give me the Mariners over the Astros in that one.
I'm taking Kershaw. I'm laying the 1.5. I don't care. It's like
that's it. You're not going to.
Giants just stink. It's like it's just pathetic. They won't hit until the 9th inning of the game. You know, it's like they won't even pick the bat up until the 9th inning, and it's kind of like this out of nowhere rally. You know, like yesterday, this out of nowhere rally. But it's like the game's already over. You know, it's too late. Like the Mets. And it's like they don't even have Buck Showalter managing them. So it's their excuse. All right. It's that long-awaited time that everyone's been waiting for. Chris, what's your parlay?
My parlay for today, I'm going to go with the San Diego Padres on the money line, the Colorado Rockies on the money line, and the Miami Marlins on the money line.
Surprised you didn't go Padres. Joe Musgrove over strikeouts.
Thought about it.
Brian.
I'm going to do the Seattle Mariners money line and Cleveland Guardians money line, just a 2-game parlay.
Big Al, parlay.
Oh, I probably should respectfully decline, but I'll just go with the 2 ugliest plays on the board: the Red Sox money line and the Giants money line.
Jovan.
Rangers, Athletics, under. Giants, Dodgers, under. Marlins, Pirates, under first 5.
Al Ninos.
Ready for a -1 parlay, or should we mix it up, Mitch?
However you want to do it.
I go with Twins -1, Marlins -1, Brewers -1.
Rod.
And for me, little bonus, we're going to take the Toronto Argonauts to beat up on the Saskatchewan team here. Saskatchewan's got COVID, and they're like so dismantled. And this Argonaut team's going to run them over. Sack attack. They got 5 last week, and against this team that's got an O-line that's all beat up. Yeah, take the Argonauts. Bonus play there. My birdcage, we're going to take the Braves minus the 1.5. We're going to take the Rays game over 9, and we're going to take the Texas and Oakland game, no runs, first inning. Parlay that up. Braves, run line, Rays over, and the Texas Nerfy.
Taking Corey Seager at a home run. Ahmed Rosario to have an RBI. I'm going to take Ty France to have an RBI. And the Detroit Tigers, as the Twins have lost 5 in a row as road favorites against the Tigers following a win. $10 pays $1,239, courtesy of the best parlay at sportschatplace.com. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks to everyone who joined us on the show, both watching and on our panel of world-class handicappers. It is Christmas in July, so I'll say it again. A lot of people wait till the end of July, and that's fine. But don't wait till August and then say, hey, it's like whatever. So some people have yearly packages. They're out of cycle. This is the other thing, right? If you have a yearly package that's out of cycle, so meaning like it doesn't end till next month or something, we can add the yearly to the end of that and we'll just extend it out an extra month or two. If you want to do that Christmas in July. I only do it in July because this is the time. But anyways, I always get tons of email. People always ask me, what's the best deal you can give me? What's the package? All this stuff. The best deal we can give you is Christmas in July. That is the best deal. I think our prices are fair to begin with. Unless, of course, Chris wants to sell his picks for $2.
Words in my mouth.
If you buy a pick for $2, is it worth how much? $2? All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. That bit's so old. It's not even funny anymore. Have a great day. We appreciate y'all. Have a